You're getting bruised all the time, even if he's not. Jack is perpetually in. Oh man, I should probably turn your mics up too. Hey, how about a mic check? What do you got there? Ooh, you got nothing. Okay.
On the other hand, I get plenty.
You're good. Why don't we like you? All right. We muted? Okay, well, we'll work on Alex in a sec here. Hey, we were actually, we were echoing. I like that. All right. CPL Radio's Live-ish at 5-ish show is on the air, minus Alex. We're going to bring him in eventually. Hi. If you just start screaming, well, the other mics will pick him up. There it is. Okay, very good. You're a heavy metal singer. Come on, make some noise. All right. We are joined in studio today by the Arctic Python. Not just a Arctic Python. This is the Arctic Python.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, Jack said. All right. Good. All right. Excellent. Wow, why don't we have Alex? That's sad.
You only have Alex?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know why. Someone foolishly turned his mic off.
What a silly goose.
They've been trying to do that for 20 years, but he's back. I'm
not even 20 years old.
It doesn't matter. I'm adding to your legend, and that's what we have to do here. We have to build your legend.
I wouldn't be opposed to the idea.
Of course, you're a heavy metal lead singer who's drinking San Pellegrino. That's not exactly.
They're good.
I know they're good, but geez, man, come on. You're supposed to be drinking the blood of bats or something.
No, that's just
mix it with espresso at the job.
We didn't have any cartons
right.
labeled the blood of bats, so we had to put it in something.
I mean, prickly pear is kind of close.
Absolutely. Hey, these guys just. Oh, I'm going to sound like cool, but I'm not cool, so I'm going to sound dorky. Their album just dropped. How was that?
Well, I was looking at some of the things last night, and YouTube or the YouTube music feature, they've got like six views on the opening song, and then there's like 3 on every other one, except for Electric Acidity, which has like 70 somehow. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
It's a killer track. It's my favorite. I'm here to support it.
We played it live a couple of times, so I could see that. And then there's this other one, the I Forgot to Care. I don't know if it's just because it's featuring Sean Stank on it, or because it's the shortest one. It's only 2 minutes 19 seconds, but that one's got like 200.
Talk about a legend. I had a chance. I didn't have a chance to meet him in person. He was at the other end of the table, but Sean is clearly kind of your ace in the hole there, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
We couldn't get enough for our own records, so we had to bring in some guy that's kind of popular at school.
I totally endorse this approach. Absolutely. So, not that we need to do more introductions, because we did a bunch of that Saturday night, but, got Alex next to me here as the lead singer, and Tots at the end of the table.
Rhythm keyboards.
He does rhythm keyboards. Oh, you added... You added a qualifier, do you keep it? All right, that's cool. And, of course, Jack Hankey's here, too. Jack, have you ever been in the presence of a heavy metal band like this?
Just at the warm-ups for the...
Closer to your mic, Jack. We want to hear you.
Concert in the courtyard deal, when you guys were running around inside getting ready.
Well, there you
Impromptu. So, very cool. Who came up with the name Arctic Python?
We had
I think.
Your mom?
This just gets more and more metal.
That's right.
We covered this pretty extensively Saturday night. And actually,
there's a new audience.
And the story... No, there was an audience that night.
It was Isaac Sander.
Isaac Sander.
We...
Actually, my aunt and uncle from Texas.
They answered the question twice, and it was a different answer both times,
Well,
which is
good.
actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the answer continues to morph over time.
That's got to be one of your bits.
So we were up in Alaska, and Tots got
lost. We took a wrong turn. We were in the Arctic.
Yeah, he got lost, and we found him under the ice, and he was like
Python. I started screaming Python.
missing both his arms and legs, and he's just squirming around like a pipe.
Very logical.
He grew them back, though.
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
I got better.
I believe every bit of it. So,
that's a you problem.
Absolutely. So their new album called Misnaken Identity. Clearly, they're not into puns. And it's for sale right now wherever you buy these sorts of things.
iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify. Don't do Spotify.
Been trashing Spotify.
I mean, on KKBox.
We're on KKBox, Deezer, some things with Japanese names.
That was KKBox.
Well, yeah, but there's more.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of, basically anywhere on the internet that you find music, we're on there. They got Yeah, but with the Spotify thing, I mean, if you're not going to listen to it unless it's on Spotify, like your only Spotify, that's like your requirement, then go for it, please.
We feel bad for you.
I'd rather you. Well, yeah, that's your first problem. But I'd rather you hear it, but they don't pay us very much. Let's just say.
I've got bad halitosis, and I can only do Spotify. Jack, you're the question Q&A man. What do you got for them?
This
Come
is
on,
the
and
first
begin
one?
the interrogation.
First album? Do you even call it an album now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's an album.
Yeah. Cool.
No, it's a record.
Oh, yeah.
So who writes the songs?
Me.
This last album was just...
The thing is that everything was basically written before we even had a band. So hopefully I don't completely take over the process on the next album, because otherwise it gets very one-dimensional. But I think it's helpful to have people, at least like Tots, who can say, you know, I'm not digging this idea, or wow, that sounds cool, like maybe you should feature that a second time in the song or something. And that definitely helps, just to have people with a check on your writing process.
And then the other people come in and say, you've said you should feature that 6 times. Maybe we should not have the same thing 7 times in a row.
I endorse.
Just keeps repeating.
I endorse megalomania. So, Alex, I want you to get your way. If you have to throw furniture, you do it.
I haven't had to. Well, actually, I definitely rearranged the furniture in his basement to get my way, but
See?
it hasn't gone to throwing it yet.
The day is young. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to listen to, hear from a new one from Carolyn Spence. Who's Gonna Make My Mistakes? Which I love that title, actually.
Me.
Yeah, there we go. Everyone line up and sign up for Carolyn's Mistakes. Right here on CPL Radio, we're joined by Arctic Python. We will get to more furniture throwing after Carolyn. Carolyn Spence is her name, and Who's Gonna Make My Mistakes is her game. No, that's just her song, actually. And that is...
You don't know. It might be her game.
Oh, yeah?
It could be. That could be like...
Is that name running in your family,
That's
Spence?
like her motto.
Ah.
Like, she had to write a song about it.
Had no choice. All right. So you are here, and you are Arctic Python, and we are talking about your new album, and that's pretty
I
exciting.
thought we were talking about the oil thing.
Well, we'll see how long, how deeply into 5-ish we get. But
If you read the lyrics backwards, you can get some very oil references.
CBD.
uh-oh.
But it's only the words that are backwards, so if you backmask it, it doesn't work.
Oh man, CBD.
You just have to cut up. You have to get the album on tape
Lord.
and then cut it and pick every word out and move it around, and then it.
It's like This Old House. You got to do some work on it to make it work. Very good. So
It takes works to get
We've
views.
been making messages in all our songs, but we don't want anyone to know what they are, so we made them really hard to figure out.
haven't you heard? Message music doesn't work these days anymore. But
Nobody has
speaking of,
files.
what's really interesting is these guys are not only heavy metal band, but they're also high school students, and they are wrapping up their careers in a matter of days, aren't you? This is the final stretch.
Yeah.
I don't know about Tots, but I am.
Wow.
Oh, well, have you checked Skyward? Everything going okay there, my friend?
I'd rather not check Skyward.
Okay, I just
hope
want to
I'm
make
invited
sure.
to graduation.
Just get in line.
You haven't gotten your invitation yet?
Oh, dang.
This might not be good.
Wow. Okay.
Just kidding. He's a smart person.
Very good. Very good. That's right. Yeah. Well, you were on Alex. You were on like local publications as like one of our local geniuses. So that's got to be a lot of stress to hold that.
It's so stressful being, no. Yeah, they asked me, it was really funny because I found out the person who runs that thing, her son was on the basketball team that I was assistant
You're
coaching.
talking about Amy Wiley.
Yeah, it's her son Phineas. and
Yep.
He comes up to me and he goes, "Alex, I didn't realize you were smart."
Wow.
What are you talking
I
about?
get that. I get
Where
that
did
daily.
come from?
You get it the other way.
Yeah, I know.
You realize what a dumbass you are. It's pretty obvious. You wear that well.
That's why I run to my car. I try not to spend too much time outdoors. So that's pretty cool. So you're doing well in your high school career and taking that over to your college career in theory.
That's the objective.
All right.
So what's next for you guys?
Musically or
No,
life
are
wise?
you guys going to college or what's going
Yeah.
on? Okay, where are you going?
I'm going to MSOE. I'm going to be doing software engineering and
UWM, some computer stuff, math stuff.
Yeah, they make you do both of that over there.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why I stopped going.
Sounds like hard stuff. So, you guys all going to be around the area? You going to be able to keep together the band, or what's going on with that?
You've asked the very evil question that we don't like to get asked.
Okay, well, forget it.
But I'll answer it.
No.
We'll see.
Okay, well, that's a good answer.
The objective is yes. I know I've talked to the bassist. He's going to Washington County, so he's going to be around, and the drummer is at St. Norbert's up in Green Bay, so he'll be around in like the summer. We can do some fun stuff then, and
That's only a couple hours away.
and the lead guitar is going to Boulder, Colorado. That's a couple hours away.
Yeah.
A couple
By
of evenings,
plane.
Let's turn the drum machine on and get back to what you were doing.
That's right. Cool. What about for the summer? You guys got any gigs lined up? What's going on?
We got the Gathering on the Green, July 12th.
excellent.
Down in Mequon. We're going to hopefully win the competition, win some money, or not win the competition.
Do you
and still
realize-
win some money?
Win some hearts?
What a conservative town Mequon is. The minute you guys blow in, they're just going to freak out.
And they say that about Cedarburg too, and yet
That's
here
true.
we are.
Here we are.
Cedarburg's raging liberalism compared to Mequon.
That's right. CBD. Anyway,
What about, do you guys do the gig at the fair? Are you doing anything at the county fair?
Not at the moment. We might. I don't know. We'll look into it. He's going away for the summer.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
I'll be
summer
in
camp.
Colorado.
Oh.
So it might be kind of hard to play from there. They don't really sell cables that long.
We were going to
Bluetooth.
we were literally. Well, you're on the radio. You can't see my fingers right now, but this close to flying him in to play at Gathering on the Green, and apparently he's so far out in the middle of nowhere that they can't actually get him to an airport.
Yeah,
Wow. Like hanging off the side of a mesa or something. It's just like complete. I'm sorry,
He's
Tots
at-
is unavailable.
He's at the Camp High Cliff, and they got the Camp Low Cliff below them. There's signs all over the place. You got to watch out for the people falling.
Depends how
from the
much you
sky.
pay. If you pay your tuition, it depends high cliff or low cliff. Understood. All right, we'll take a break. We're going to listen to Chasing You with J.J. Cale on CPL Radio, which doesn't sound anything like the music that our guests play. But what can you do? Here we go.
This is how we came up with the name.
Hey, we're back. And someone lost an arm during their break, so got a bit of a bloodbath.
Back to
here.
the
It got
Python.
better.
Oh, Monty Python. Excellent.
We made that reference earlier in the show. Nobody seemed to notice.
I'm coming off of Spamalot. I got to go see that at the Milwaukee Theater, which was amazing. And that was a lot of bloodletting on stage, live bloodletting. The geysers of blood. It was quite a lot of fun. So anyway,
Lovely.
you're listening to Live Ish. What's the heavy metal band we got here? So I got to spill some blood here.
right,
It's Live Ish at 5-ish on CPL Radio. We are actually going to hear from, if I can get my ducks in order here. Okay. Desktop. Here we go. Haha. Can't Control the Feeling by Arctic Python is what we're going to play. Any stories behind this song? Anything we need to know going into it besides the fact that we're going to blow you clean through the back of your room?
Well, yeah, it started out. There's another track on the album. If you guys have listened to it, and if you haven't, then what is going on in your life that you haven't? But
No sympathy.
if you have it, actually started as a pre-chorus to the song Psychopath. It was like a 50-minute like epic suite. It was like a one song album sort of thing. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should split up these songs and do all this stuff. And then so I'm sitting around in the bedroom and I'm like, all right, these chords are cool. Let's do something here. And I'm just noodling around on the guitar, and all of a sudden, all right, here's the solo that comes on in the intro. And well, Tots, what do you think? Because I know you said this is your favorite.
Yeah, this is the coolest song on the album. I do like that he used metal strings instead of noodles on the final one.
Yeah, I would. There we go. Obviously, not much for the puns in here.
2/3 of a pun. P.U.
Yeah.
Prickly pear and orange. That's what we're doing today. All right, folks. Can't Control the Feeling by our guest today, Arctic Python, on CPL Radio. Here we go. I think. Oh, yeah. Here we go. And Jack finally says, finally real music on 5-ish and 5-ish. He complains when I have anything beneath 16:16 time. He wants runaway train.
Oh, this is like this is the fastest one on here. It's kind of funny because we got Mike complaining about the bass part at the beginning, and I forgot to hear. And I was listening to this one today, but I was also There you go. Rhythm keyboardist.
Grab one more song. I want to play Animal badly.
That's a good one. About to be over.
Whoa! Arctic Python on Live-ish at 5-ish. Maybe we should play more stuff like that. That's
right. There you go.
I'm feeling it.
All the way pushed back.
Feeling
Strings
that.
worked.
Yeah, absolutely.
speakers off, yeah.
Absolutely. Can. Good stuff.
That was-
Can't Control the Feeling is the name of the track, folks.
Depending on your opinion, that was either the most fun song to sing or the least fun song to sing. For me, it was a mix of both because the verses are a pile and a half to try to do in one breath.
It's kind of heavy metal rap.
Well,
It's
yeah.
kinda- yeah. You just.
In fact, that's how he described it. He's like, "What's the song that you have the rap verse on?" I'm like, "Rap verse? What do you mean rap verse?"
there you go. Awesome. So I'm going to cram one more song into today's broadcast, and this is a personal favorite of mine. Ooh. It's Animal. It's just called Animal. What are you trying to say here, Alex?
It is kind of this animalistic vibe.
Yes, it is.
This will never be allowed to get out, but the main riff is kind of almost a little bit stolen directly off of a little side riff, and I think it's The Art of Shredding by Pantera.
Aha.
But you know, the thing is, all right, when you listen to a ton of music, like I have like 1,000 and probably about 200 songs now on my personal iTunes thing, and it's like you just absorb so much stuff, and then you're just jamming, you come up with these ideas, and you write a song, and then later you find out, wait a minute, this is something
Right. There ain't nothing original.
No. Professionals steal, amateurs borrow.
but it's not exactly the same. So there's,
So, you know, I feel pretty good about it. I don't know about anybody else. Let's give Animal a spin.
But it rocks.
All right.
Pantera stole it from us.
Oh, there we go.
clearly.
I like that.
All right. Before we get any attorneys on the phone here, let's spin Animal from Arctic Python, Cedarburg's own heavy metal band. If you hear a lot of noise in Cedarburg, it's probably them. There we go. All right. Animal. Speech impediment.
It sounds like you're just whining. Yeah, I know, but like the actual, like this, it sounds whiny.
Was that an evil laugh?
Maybe.
Was that an evil laugh?
Just a bit.
Okay.
Sounds better than a benevolent laugh.
We're calling our animal.
I thought that was a jackal.
What?
Something that says a jackal.
I'd be down with having the jackal
Got
logo.
him.
Oh, no, they're
Chainsaw.
definitely... no, our thing with that is the video of... for I Stand Alone.
No,
Where Kmart won't sell their album, so they drive up with a big 18-wheeler flatbed and play a concert right in front of the doors of Kmart. It's just
There's no stopping
the
Jackal.
greatest response you could ever do.
Be isolated.
I can get that to you. If I go get my computer real quick, we can just play it.
It sounds different here, but when you play it isolated, it sounds ridiculous.
Let's just run through a guitar amp.
I think we broke something. Animal by Arctic Python. Good work, gentlemen.
That's how the record ends too. It's just such a great way to go out.
Excellent. It's very important track selection. How'd you come about the track selection process? What is it? Just sort of throw some darts, or is there any actual thought process?
Kind of new, just going into it, which is terrible. Just such a bad idea. People will tell you. And I disagree with that. And basically, my thought process was you write your first songs that are kind of like your hits, whatever.
Sure.
And then you say, all right, it's going to be the 2 spot. That's like the big anthem of the thing. Then
sure.
Maybe a speed one, we'll put that in the 3 spot. And you kind of look at your favorite artists like Avenged Sevenfold, for example, and like their Hail to the King record, which in my opinion is like the 2nd greatest record of all time.
Go shopping, kids.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic record, and people seem to hate it, but like, I love it. Okay, maybe not that many.
I get that a lot myself.
Well, it is more poppy. So when you get a bunch of metalheads like that, and they're like, "Oh, this is like just rock," like they get all mad about that. But I don't know.
Mad
I think
anyways.
what's that?
They're always mad anyways.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not. What else is new?
Cheer up, metalheads! Come on, things aren't that bad.
But you get a great record like that. All right, so Hail to the King, that's like their big anthem. That's in the 2 spot.
Sure.
You got like a huge intro, which for us is Snake in a Cave, that
Right.
big drum beat coming in. That's in the 1 spot. You get like a really fast one in that 3 spot, and then we kind of lose the Avenged Sevenfold thing when we start throwing ballads into the album.
Right,
And,
right.
those kind of filter in.
Yeah.
And then the thing is that you write your songs, and they're going to be in a specific spot in the album before they're even been written, really. Like you write, okay, I need something for a 7 spot, right? Like
That's kind of cool, actually.
like you
Just-
can
yeah.
you kind of write songs based on how you want the album to flow.
Okay.
And then sometimes they turn out better than you expected, which I think was like the case with I Forgot to Care.
Sure.
I mean, even now box office wise, that seems to be turning out the best. Or what's the box office version for music? I don't even know.
Billboard, I guess.
the
which
Billboard. We got
is-
100 views on you. No.
It's in the top 100 chords for Arctic Python songs.
There you go. You broke in.
The only scale that counts.
But then what you get is you get this mix of songs throughout the whole album.
Yeah.
That's like, all right, here's a gem. It's in the 8th spot. Like you don't hear the album and you say, all right, well the first 4 songs are good, and after that I just stop listening. Like you kind of go all the way through, and there's a gem, and you can kind of wait for that. And
So as an album, it's definitely a molded and crafted album.
right,
by
it makes it
Slots.
easier to just listen to the whole thing, which obviously helps us out.
Absolutely. Cool.
Lou Reed used to write his songs and do an album. Then he would go on concert tour and he would play the songs.
Just play it straight through.
Straight through.
And that's- I
you
mean-
knew it.
Which is happening again now. You hear a lot of bands doing that. They'll actually like, oh, we're going to play this album from 20 years ago.
And it is such a great idea, because if you have a great album like Def Leppard did that with Hysteria, they did a residency in Vegas, and they just played I think like 3 or 4 nights in a row where they just played straight through the album. And because it is such an iconic album that people do often listen cover to cover, it works.
Yeah.
Right. Well, especially when you put together the list like you do, it makes sense to play it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of want your album to feel like a live concert, especially in rock and metal. You start with your super big epic grand intro, and that's like your high point, and then like here, so many bands finish on ballads for their albums, and like if you're Skid Row, that works because they're like really good at the monster power ballads, like Sebastian Bach's voice just works for that. But if you're just a rock band, like you want to be Guns N' Roses or AC/DC, you don't finish on a ballad. You finish on the heaviest thing you got, which is I think what we did with Animal here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very cool.
That was kind of that wasn't a ballad. I thought that was a ballad. No.
See,
what
Jack
Todd
needs
said.
it really, really. We need 28 time for it.
I for 28. That's not even a thing.
It will
It
be
is
done
now.
today.
Yeah, your next
Work on that,
album.
will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the real speed, yeah, I Forgot to Care is definitely not a bad song to listen to. But
absolutely. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Excellent. Well, folks, it's available now for purchase. You find your way to Spotify if you need to, but we don't recommend that, of course. But iTunes and Amazon. And can you all together now? Can we?
Do you have like a cult or something where someone can join up? How do they?
Ooh,
let me go call my bass player.
We have a pineapple cult. Or I do. I think these guys are all in it.
I think the requirement to join the band is you have to
Like pineapple pizza.
or at least be able to stomach pineapple. Like you can't
Dislike
We're
it.
not going to make it, Jack.
We are.
You can't dislike the pineapple.
being
You gotta
drummed
be able
out.
to. You gotta eat that, and then the other requirement is you play one game of Secret Hitler with all the members of the band.
Oh, see, born and raised Jewish. I got troubles already. No pineapple pizza, and my rabbi would kill me. All right, so that's why.
No, it's about stopping Hitler.
Oh, okay. All right,
so-
all right.
There you go. Oh, wait a minute.
If only. Inglorious Bastards approach. I like
It's
that.
like
That'll
I
work
think
for
it's
me.
like if you've ever played Avalon, it's like literally the same
Okay.
game. Like you got one guy that's like Hitler, and you got
And pineapple pizza is the same thing as pizza, just better.
yeah.
Oh boy. Well, you know,
you gotta like
we've covered that here on these
Sorry,
radio
yeah,
programs. We had some trouble.
Pineapple is good.
And pizza's good.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind
It's the
separate
volatile
zip codes, please.
Okay,
Thank you
but
very
I
much.
do have to ask. So, Tots, like, is that your favorite kind of pizza? Because I don't
For
think we've
sure.
ever asked this. Wow. Like,
How long has this been going on?
You'd rather not have like the stuffed crust of the Pizza Hut with the like sausage pepperoni.
I mean, stuffed crust, if you could put it... I mean...
See, okay, but here's the thing:
Stuff with pineapple.
the stuffed crust with pineapple is a combination that is better. Like, if you're gonna go stuffed crust, you can't do pineapple.
But I feel like you eat the crust... Like, you never really have the toppings on the
That's
crust.
true.
It's kinda
But like,
separate.
it's just too much cheese. Like cheese and the meat go well together.
All right, I can see that.
Today's
I don't know, I
episode
have
brought to you
have
by the Dairy Council of America.
All right. Pineapple Growers Association of America.
Wow, this is better than tariffs. All right, so there we go, folks. Live-ish at 5-ish is heading off the air, and we'd like to thank these gentlemen for coming
Absolutely.
in
Thanks for
and
having
talking
us.
about
This was-
Misnaken Identity, available now.
And pineapple pizza.
And pineapple pizza. You should eat pineapple pizza while listening
Pineapple
to it.
pizza
I
is
can't even
also
imagine what kind
available
of
now.
demon you would conjure by listening to
very-
pineapple pizza
very
during
uncool.
Misnaken Identity.
Wait,
right.
what did you just say there?
Something about conjuring a
Listening
demon.
to pineapple pizza while doing Mistaken Identity.
See? It screws
Now
you
that's
up.
a bumper sticker. Feel free to run with
There
it.
you
All
go.
right,
There
here
you
we go. And we're going to bring things down a little bit after.
It's inevitable.
Not too much. Thank you, Jack. Sunvolt, Devil May Care.
Oh.
Speaking of conjuring
There you go.
demons, here we go. All
Sunvolt.
right, there we go.
I
Not
like
too
that.
bad. Thanks for listening, everybody.